I'm Cor Van Hase Lord Hayes, Goth von Cor. Here is an extended monologue by St. Paveclaf. The vein of Diamond Deep, delivered walking barefoot in an invisible cathedral somewhere between the bones of the earth and the ceiling of the stars. Some people are different, and some are very different. And then there are those, the ones I tend to see through windows, mirrors, sometimes inside puddles after a hard rain. Those who are so different, the average eye never even lands on them. It ricochets, bounces off the mystery, labels it danger, confusion, too much, when in truth, it is just enough. You see, the misunderstood ones are rarely misunderstood by accident. No. They're misunderstood because too many folks learned how to see through other people's eyes. Hand-me-down vision, fear-smeared lenses, assumptions carried like heirlooms, polished with guilt and passed along like ugly furniture nobody wants to admit they never liked. And what happens when someone sees a different one? Not the costume, not the coping, but the real ember of them. They panic because their inner self recognizes something, and it scares the ego that has been taught to fear the untrained soul. And so, the judgment train runs again, loop after loop, bad feedback loop, same scenery, same warped announcements on the intercom. Next stop, self-sabotage. Next stop, projectionville. Next stop, misery byway. Now someone, somewhere, has to get off that train. It could be them. It could be their kids. But it obviously wasn't their parents. I mean, just look at them. Bless their hearts. But bless them with honesty. They rode that loop like it was a birthright, sat in the conductor's chair and passed down the ticket like it was inheritance. But some step off, because the pain was too heavy, because the view never changed, because their soul sent a raven through the thunder to whisper, enough. These ones, these trying ones, they strive, not for applause, not even to be understood, but just for peace. Because somewhere, somehow, they remembered they deserve better. Don't get it twisted. I don't cast people aside. But my boundaries are as tall as my compassion runs deep. 2 chances is generous. 3 means I'm in a forgiving mood and probably had a good sandwich that day. I laugh often. You must laugh in a world like this. But this is not a game to me. The stakes are real, don't you think? Souls are not cheap. Light is not a toy. And when people act like it's all a circus, like truth is a party trick, I don't scold. I don't condemn, but I sure as Paradiso don't play along. Because again, I don't think of any of this as a game, so why would I play like it is one? I do not judge, because judgment is an anchor tied to imagination, and most people imagine very poorly. They think they're seeing someone, but what they see is a shadow puppet made of their own trauma. That is not discernment. That's just sad origami. If people want to love their chains, let them have them. I will not take anyone's favorite shackles from them. It would be rude. And besides, some people polish their chains, name them, marry them. They find comfort in captivity. And what do I say? To each their own. But I do not stay to watch people slap themselves in the face with their own judgments projected at others. No. Because I know they deserve better, and it disappoints me when they choose less. It's like seeing someone water plastic flowers and getting mad that they don't grow. My compassion is not a puddle. It is a diamond vein buried deep in the heart of the mountain. Solid, immovable, gleaming even in the dark. Don't mistake compassion for indulgence. I have no sympathy for self-harm in disguise. Most people, when they meet me, choose one of three things. Step into the light. Or they sprint back to the darkness of lies. Or they hover in the neutral, holding on to their tiny, sacred grain of salt, just big enough to keep their own mind. And that's perfect. Salt is good. Salt preserves. But truth be told, most people run for the darkness of lies. Not because I bite, not because I bark, but because when they look at me, they see what they've been hiding from themselves. And if they are not ready, that light hurts. You want to be kind? Don't judge. You want to be dangerously kind? Don't even assume. Because when you meet someone and keep your canvas clean, you now get to see the real person, not the version other people painted on them. And let me tell you something. That paint, that judgmental ink, it is invisible to me. I see right through it. I see the real. Because the more yourself you are, the more of others' real selves you will see. Simple math. One clear window cleans another. Some say, trust no one. I say, gah phooey. They think that's wisdom, but it's just bitterness in a clever coat. I trust everyone to do exactly what they are going to do. That way, there's no disappointment, no illusion of control, and most of all, they feel no obligation, which is beautiful, because I would never wish to put a nail between them and what they need to do for themselves. So go, be misunderstood, be weird if you like. Stretch, breathe, be too much, but be real. If you dare, someone has to get off the feedback loop train first, right? Is it going to be you or your kids? Don't forget. Well, don't expect everyone to get it. That's not their job. It's not even yours. Just get off the bad train. Leave the door open behind you in case someone else wants off too. Amen or not. Either way, the bell rings when it's time. Don't forget, Vulnerability is not weakness. It is an invitation to be met as you are. Now that's the kiss of compassion.